first look with Siouxland's chief meteorologist, Chad Sandwell.
Well, we knew this day would come to an end, and now we need to prepare for what's to come.
Prepare is the big word because we've got a lot of snow, a lot of wind. Definitely want to be ready for this winter system that's headed our way. Let's go ahead and take a look outside right now. Not downtown, but in Morningside this evening. Temperature right now 47 degrees. We take a look at our camera sponsored by Wheelock and Bursick Dentistry, where we are looking at mostly clear skies for now. Definitely won't be the case as we head towards early Thursday morning. Satellite and radar imagery already showing some cloud cover and certainly some light rain out over the western portions of Nebraska, even perhaps a little bit of a mixing in out west, but slowly but surely all of that cloud cover is going to be moving back into place. So we look at the next 24 hours, and as we head through the early morning, cloud cover definitely building up along with a northeasterly wind starting to pick up across the area. By tomorrow evening, we start seeing any rain that will happen late in the afternoon start changing over to snow across basically about the 3/4 point of Siouxland. So we're going to be looking at a lot of snow falling very early. So here's what to expect. Our storm impact scale all the way up to red for some big snow. We've got blizzard watches, we've got winter storm warnings, all expecting heavy snow and gusty winds over the next 48 hours. There's those blizzard watches in effect for a good portion of northwest Iowa and extreme northeast Nebraska and southeastern South Dakota. Blizzard watches until midnight Saturday. Same for these winter storm warnings out over northeast Nebraska. The difference between the winter storm warning and the blizzard watch, not expecting the big winds, or at least as gusty winds across that area. And then of course the winter storm watch down to the south, still looking for plenty of snowfall in this region as well. So we look ahead. Of course, we've been tracking an area of low pressure, and we continue to do so through the overnight hours. By Thursday evening, that area of low pressure sitting just to the south of I-80 over northern Kansas. By Thursday night into Friday, that area of low pressure scoots eastward, sitting over the Iowa-Missouri border. That's going to pull down a lot of the snow, and some of the heavier snow starting to shift a little bit to the south, according to our latest model runs. So we have to prepare for some big-time snow Thursday night into Friday. But the good news is by Friday night it all starts to move out, and we should set up for a pretty nice weekend. But as we take a closer look through about early Friday morning, there's a look at 2 a.m. Some pretty heavy snows from Sioux City back up to Sioux Center and Sibley. As we head through early Friday morning, probably not going to be the best of days to commute, that's for sure. And then by Friday evening, that snow starts to diminish, and we'll be looking for clear skies as we head towards the weekend. Before all is said and done, though, take a look at these snowfall totals. The areas of purple, that is anywhere from about 12 to 18 inches of snow. Those areas in pink, including Sibley, Sioux Center, and just onto the edge of Sioux City, we could be looking at 18 inches plus. That is a worst case scenario, I think, but one that is not out of the realm of possibility. Your forecast tonight calling for an overnight low down to 35 degrees, increasing clouds, north winds 10 to 15 miles an hour, and they will be shifting towards the northeast tomorrow afternoon at 15 to 25. We'll start rain in the afternoon and then change it over to snow early in the evening. Over the next 7 days, more snow and wind on Friday, but again, the weekend looks a little bit better, if not colder.
Welcome back to real February.
Yeah.
All right, thanks, Chad.
Your first look with Siouxland's chief meteorologist, Chad Sandwell.
I know you've been warning us all week, but this still really is not fun.
Well, I mean, especially when you consider we were 73 on Wednesday, and we were 71 or Tuesday and 71 yesterday, and today we didn't get out of the low 40s. So big changes, and we've definitely seen it all night long. Good news is that even though we're seeing some blowing snow, believe it or not, it actually appears to be a little bit lighter than it was earlier at this location. This is a look out at Morningside. Got some blowing snow out there. Seen the plows move through from time to time, so overall not too bad a shape the roads at least appear to be at this hour. Storm impact scale is red. We're still looking for heavy snows and high winds, 8 to 12 inches of snow before all is said and done. Traveling not advised if you don't have to. Take a look. This is a view from downtown Sioux City, and the camera partially obscured by snowfall on the lens. You can see maybe a few street lights downtown, but temperatures at 33 degrees with some moderate snow falling across the area. The radar imagery showing still some snow at Yankton down into Hardington. Parts of Knox County seeing as much as 6 inches of snow. A little bit of a break from Wayne back maybe towards Norfolk and into portions of Pierce County. But we're seeing some heavier snows across parts of northwest Iowa. A nice line setting up from just north of Sioux City back towards Spencer, and then another pretty heavy band from Sac City down towards Denison. Looking at some decent snowfall there. Again, snow really starting to just pick up in the last couple of hours in those locations, but that's where we're also seeing some of the strongest winds. Right now, 30 to 45 mile an hour gusts, 35 at Spencer, up close to 45 in Storm Lake, and it's because of those winds that we have the blizzard warnings in place across the area. As a matter of fact, look at Yankton right now. This is a view from the Lewis and Clark Specialty Hospital. Still some snow falling. We can see some accumulations in the parking lot and on the grassy surfaces there at the Lewis and Clark Specialty Hospital. And as we take a look elsewhere, this is a view from Sergeant Bluff, where you can see because of the blowing snow, visibility is a bit reduced out there. Again, if you do have to get out, which I advise against, just take your time, don't be in a big hurry. You look at the bigger picture, still some scattered showers and actual thunderstorms from Ames back towards Omaha and down towards Lincoln. Just north of that, of course, we're looking at some pretty moderate snowfall across a good chunk of Nebraska, southeastern South Dakota, and also northwest Iowa. Blizzard warnings until noon Friday across northwest Iowa, northeast Nebraska, southeastern South Dakota. You go a little further to the east, those blizzard warnings for Spencer, Storm Lake, and Sac City continue until midnight tomorrow night. And areas to the west, we're looking at winter storm warnings. Again, because the winds will not be as great, but we're still looking for the snows to stack up. 8 to 12 inches certainly possible. So as we look ahead, by the time you wake up tomorrow morning, it looks like we still have some pretty moderate snowfall over the eastern half of Nebraska into the northwestern half of Iowa. So again, maybe you want to delay shoveling a little bit so you don't have to do it multiple times. But as we work our way to Friday afternoon, we'll start seeing those snows decreasing a little bit, and the skies actually start to break up, meaning that we should see a pretty decent weekend all in all. Now, when all is said and done, how much more snow can we get? We've seen anywhere from 1 to 2 inches around Sioux City, maybe an additional 7 inches of snow. But again, the widespread swath of that dark blue, 6 to 12 inches, and I think most of us see 8 to 12 before all is said and done. Last look at Lamar's, you can see from Total Motors still looking at some blowing snow out there, and our temperatures tonight are expected to fall probably down into the 20s. We'll continue with that snow. 6 inches here in Sioux City by the time all is said and done. Tomorrow we don't warm up a whole lot, but the snow should be ending by late in the day.
All right, good to hear. Thanks, Chad.